Hi children, this is your social man. See, in our last class, we have started the chapter from trade to territory. Is it children? So in that, you just remember the end of the Mughal dynasty we had seen. So after the death of Aurangzeb, his ministers and zamindars, they took part of their territories. And also the British also came and asserted their power and territory. And also how this East India Company came to our India, because they came for the purpose of trading. Not only this East India Company, Dutch, French, Danish also came here to buy the spices. What are the spices? Peppers, cloves, cardamom, cinnamon, silk and cotton. And also for buying these things, they fought together. At last, what happened? They got permission from the Aurangzeb in Bengal. They constructed fort. And also that Aurangzeb had given the permission to do duty-free trade. That means they don't want to pay tax. So this permission was given for the company alone. But what happened? Some private traders from England, they came in separate and purchased the goods without paying the tax. So this was against by the Bengal Nawabs. So at last, Bengal Nawabs and this East Indian Company fought together. So this leads to the War of Battle Plassey that we are going to see in this session. See this slide children, the Battle of Plassey. So usually the historians, they'll keep the name of the war where it was happened. See, the Battle of Plassey was happened in the place of Plassey. See that already I said Murshid Quli Khan, Alivardi Khan and Sirajuddaula were the Nawab of Bengal. So after the death of Alivardi Khan, Sirajuddaula became the Nawab of Bengal. So in this period, the company expects a puppet ruler. Puppet ruler means who is controlled by someone. Okay, so this East Indian Company, they want to control the person, and also the person want to give trading concession. But this Sirajuddaula expected to get revenue from the British. So whatever they are purchasing in our India, they want to pay tax. But the company involved in the political affairs to get duty-free trade. Okay, so Sirajuddaula, what is it? He wasn't allowed. So they are searched another person to get trade. So they involved in that political power. So what happened? Sirajuddaula got angry and marched with 30,000 soldiers to the English factory at Qasim Bazar. I said no, in that Bengal, they have constructed one big fort. That's it. He went there, and what happened? There he captured many officials, locked warehouses, disarmed all Englishmen and blockaded English ships. At last, then he marched to Calcutta to establish the control of this Sirajuddaula. On hearing this news, the company officials in Madras sent forces under the command of Robert Clive. So finally, Robert Clive succeeded the Sirajuddaula at this Plassey war. This was done by the Robert Clive with the help of Sirajuddaula's commander Mir Jafar. That is, Robert Clive asked to that Mir Jafar, you should not do help or fight for your head Sirajuddaula. And also he promised that after crushing Sirajuddaula, that means defeating, I make you as a Nawab, said by Robert Clive to that Mir Jafar. So Robert Clive crushed Sirajuddaula and Mir Jafar became the Nawab of Bengal because he didn't fight in that war. So Siraj-ud-Dawla defeated, Robert Clive succeeded. In this war, Siraj-ud-Dawla was defeated. Then he had given the permission to collect land revenue of Bengal and Bihar. Usually children, if the king was defeated, they want to give some other territory or the money. This we can call it as treaty. Treaty means உடன்படிக்கை. தோத்தவங்க வெற்றி பெற்றவங்களுக்கு ஏதாவது ஒரு விஷயத்தை கொடுக்கணும். சரிங்களா? அதுதான் treaty. Treaty means உடன்படிக்கை. So, for that, Siraj-ud-Dawla had given permission to collect land revenue from Bengal and Bihar. For these two places, he had given the permission. And also, this Battle of Plassey was the first major victory of the East Indian Company. So, the company appointed Mir Jafar as a Nawab. The company wants to expand the trade and also felt that puppet Nawabs were not always helpful to the company. So this was against by Mir Jafar for this company extension. So what happened? The company replaced Mir Jafar in the place of Mir Qasim. Mir Qasim also not accepted the company for its expansion. So Mir Qasim fought with that company in the place of Buxar in the year 1774. So that also we can call it as the War of Buxar in 1774. So the company again reinstalled Mir Jafar. This Mir Jafar also was died in 1765. Then the company also felt it is difficult to find out the puppet Nawab. At last, this Robert Clive declared that we itself become the Nawab. So they became the Diwani of Bengal. Then their problem was solved. Diwani means, I said no, Siraj-ud-Dawla had given the permission to collect land revenue for the two places, Bengal and Bihar. That's it. So they became the Diwani of Bengal. Then their problem was solved. The company imported gold and silver from Britain and exported silk and cottons from our India. See this slide, children. Company officials became Nababs. Nabab means rich person. You know, these persons and all came as a commander for our India, but they became the richest person that we are going to see. See, the company forced that actual Nawabs to give gift to this company Nawabs. Okay, see children, Nawab means ruler in our India. Nawab means rich person in English. Nawab means ruler in India. So, the company forced that the actual Nawabs, that means our ruler, to give gifts to this company Nawabs. See one example they had given, that Robert Clive. He came from Madras, from England in the year of 1743 at the age of 18. When he left India in 1767, he gained 20 lakhs of money for our Indian value because he was involved in the process of corruption. So after returning to England, the England Parliament cross-examined his wealth. How he got this 20 lakhs? At the time, he just imagined in that period, in the year of 1767. At last, he was acquitted. Acquitted means விடுவிச்சிட்டாங்க. But he committed suicide in 1774. So children, all company officials were not succeeded like Clive, but many died due to diseases and war in our India. So those who managed and returned to England could lead a comfortable life. So this life of the person we referred as Nabobs. See the next. Company rule expands. See the annexation of Indian states by the company from 1757 to 1857. See children, for this period 1757 to 1857, they captured our territories. They rarely launched a direct military attack an unknown territory. So directly they didn't attack. So what they did? Before capturing an Indian kingdom, they want to control its political and economy. So after the Battle of Buxar, the company appointed residents. Residents means one of the, the role of the persons. From these persons, they involved in the internal affairs of Indian states. What are the things that are going on in that political of our Indian states? So they involved and they got lot of informations. So the one of the incident was happened did by the company subsidiary alliance. Subsidiary alliance means the Indian rulers were not allowed to have their independent armed force. That means their military. They should not have. They were to be protected by the company. But the rulers want to pay for it. See children, our Indian rulers, they should not maintain their independent army. That means they should not have their own army. This was surrendered to this English company. They will take care of it. For that we need to pay tax. Suppose if the rulers fail to make payment, that means tax, then the part of their territory was taken away as penalty. So if they fail to make payment, their territory also was taken as penalty. See this slide children. Tipu Sultan, the Tiger of Mysore. He was called as the Tiger of Mysore. Mysore, under the leadership of powerful rulers like Hyder Ali, ruled from 1761 to 1782. And his famous son Tipu Sultan ruled from 1782 to 1799. They controlled Mysore fully. And also what happened? They against the British company to purchase the spices of pepper, cardamom in the place of Malabar coast. And also Tipu Sultan, in the year of 1785, he stopped the export of sandalwood, pepper and cardamom. So what happened? For this British company and also this Tipu Sultan, that means the East India Company and also this Tipu Sultan fought together with 4 wars. That is Anglo-Mysore War. It was happened in the period of 1767 to 69, the first war. The second one 1780 to 84. The third war 1790-92 and the fourth one 1799. So finally in the last, the Battle of Seringapatam. Okay, in the place of Seringapatam, the company succeeded. Then Tipu Sultan was killed by this East Indian Company. See the next slide, children. War with the Marathas. The company also wants to destroy the power of Marathas. So the company defeated the Marathas in the third battle of Panipat in 1761. So you just go through the history of first, second and third battle of Panipat and the years. So this Anglo-Indian Company and also this Marathas fought 3 wars. First Anglo-Maratha War was happened in the year of 1775 to 1782. The first war that ended in 1782 with the Treaty of Solbay. I said no, treaty means Udanbadikai, is it? But in that no clear victor. So after that what happened? The second Anglo-Maratha War happened in the year of 1803 to 1805. So the British gained Odisha, Delhi, Agra and Yamuna River. And also third Anglo-Maratha War was happened in the year of 1817 to 1818. It also called as Pindari War. In this war, they crushed Marathas' power fully, that means completely, and gained Vindhyas.